day. I request you all to kindly stand as a mark of respect for the notable figures that we have amongst us. Why don't we welcome them all with a huge round of applause. I request the dignitaries to take their respective seats. And I'd also request the audience to kindly take their seats as well. Well, good afternoon to one and all present over here. When I say our knowledge is the amassed thoughts and experiences of the different minds that we come across, I think I'm quite correct when I say that I share the sentiments of all those who are present over here. That in the last 48 hours, in fact, we indeed have gained deeper insights on different themes, on different perspectives that have come from different fields presented by our notable guests, speakers, scholars, and our dear students as well, from local, national, and as well as the international level in our international conference on multidisciplinary research perspectives. It was quite an enriching and stimulating experience, and I think each one of us can vouch for that. However, now we have come to the last leg of that journey, and I deem it as my privilege to welcome my august gathering over here to the valedictory ceremony of the said conference. It is quite right on my part, to be fair, that we acknowledge the presence of the notable figures that we have amongst us in our house. And to do the same, I would request our respected principal, Dr. Father John PJ, to kindly acknowledge the presence of Mr. Lokendra Thakkar, principal at EPCO Institute of Environmental Studies, with a floral welcome. May we have a huge round of applause for the same as well. We also have amongst us Professor Dr. Vivek Sharma. Well, sir is Director and Dean at the Department of Management, CRIM, Barkatullah University. I've also been told and I've felt quite well that he's also a mentor, as quite testified by my faculty members from the Department of Management. So we acknowledge your presence also, and for the same I would request our respected Vice Principal, Dr. Sister Sonia Kurian, to extend the floral welcome. Thank you so much, sir, for your gracious presence. Moving ahead, I would like to invite our respected principal, Dr. Father John PJ, who is our catalyst that stimulates us to do our best and stands tall as a pillar of strength for us all, to deliver the welcome address. May I have a huge round of applause for the same as well?
Good afternoon to one and all. Before I say a word of welcome to for our guests here today, I would like to congratulate the team. 2 full days and I think 2 full months of preparations. I could see every day in the international conference group, WhatsApp group, hundreds of messages with various instructions to the track in charges and also to the participants. And I think the culmination of this conference is the outcome of the hard work and tireless efforts by the organizing committee and to all of you all, the entire staff of our BSSS college. I said in the beginning that research is the perspective of today. in the higher education. And the new policy of NEP has so much on quality research that we become not just a follower but a leader in research. And I think the policies that are coming up with multi-dimensional outlooks will lead us to international platform. When we speak about also NAC is coming up in the next week. Everyone tries, as it is said by the chairman of NAC, to get the best out of the least. I mean to say, to get the best grade, though we do not have much. It's a competition. But there is one relevant point in the entire process of accreditation, that is perception. I think this is what stands tall in the field of rating any institution for that matter. In particular, educational institutions. So a seminar like this, an international conference, I believe has surely improved the perception level of BSSS globally. And that is the biggest success, I would say, than the number of papers that we count. Of course, today I saw the latest status from Gitanjali, and it was written 1,297 or so papers being submitted for presentation during this seminar, online and offline. A very hearty congratulations to the entire team. Laila had headed the team along with a few others, Zijan, Sheena, Gitanjali and Tanuja. Great, done well. Also all the track in charges. You have also worked equally or more, I would say, under the instructions given to you by the team. Now my duty here is to thank everyone who presented papers and all the participants. This corona has made things easy and easier, that we have now two platforms. That's why we have to every time keep working here. Online and offline. Made things easy. So I thank everyone, every presenter for presenting your paper, and also a very special thanks today as my duty comes to welcome the two dignitaries that we have with us. Mr. Lokin is also a member of BSSS, I would say, because we knock at their door every time when we have some kind of collaboration that we want for one or other program. And Sheena is good at that. She keeps unfailingly contacting people to get them on board. Sir, we are extremely happy, and we were just sharing, the global issues that are being faced today. It was very interesting, and he's a very knowledgeable person. We are happy that you have come to attend this program today. Most welcome. Dr. Vivek Sharma is not only a member, a friend too. He has always been looking for the welfare of our institution from time, I think he has known this BSSS, and from the time he worked for a short period, but in BSSS in the beginning. So we feel that there is a person in the university. Whenever we go for some little work, little contacts, some little, little works that we do. Sir, you took your time off to attend this valedictory function, and we feel extremely honored. Thank you, and keep coming to our campus again and again. Once again, to all the participants who are here from other colleges, other institutions, you're all most welcome to BSSS. Keep coming. Thank you.
for us what we have achieved with this international conference. However, I won't do justify it. I won't just justify to the facts if I present it. So we have another commendable person amongst us, the organizing secretary, that is Dr. Gitanjali Srivastav. I would like to invite her on stage to present with the facts.
Thank you, ma'am. And good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. It is my honor to stand before you and share the highlights of the conference we just had. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to each and everyone for making this event a success. Your participation and contribution have made it possible for us to gather today and learn from each other. The conference theme, International Conference on Multidisciplinary Research Perspective 2023, aimed to bring together experts, professionals, and thought leaders from various fields to discuss and exchange ideas on the latest developments in their respective areas. The conference was a great platform for attendees to network and learn about the latest trends and advancements. During the conference, we had the privilege of listening to some inspiring keynote speakers who shared their experiences and insights on how research is shaping the future. We also had panel discussion that allowed the attendees to delve deeper into specific topics. The presentation and discussions were thought-provoking and sparked the new ideas and perspectives. The conference began with the college anthem and lighting of the lamp, which signified the removal of darkness, and the continued upward movement of the flame denoted a path of wisdom and divinity. Our principal, Dr. Father John P.J., welcomed and congratulated the participants for coming up with such a wide spectrum of multidisciplinary research. Dr. Laila Simon, convener of the conference, mentioned registrations covering more than 25 countries worldwide and pan-India participation. With the goal of encouraging a large number of participations, the conference was organized in hybrid mode, providing the ultimate platform for students, research scholars, researchers, academic professionals, and industry peers. It featured 16 technical sessions to foster participants from various fields such as arts, commerce, management, computer sciences, physical education, etc. Online expert Dr. Tina Grottres, Professor Howard, mentioned the relevance of such events which paved the way for global research. Chief guest Professor Suresh Kumar Jain, Vice Chancellor, Barkatullah University, enlightened the gathering and motivated the students. He said, research can never be the property of a person but an asset for the institution. He motivated scholars and academicians to pen down their innovative thoughts on paper as a research contribution. The keynote address was given by Mr. Chanturia Georgi, Synergy University, Moscow, on the topic Critical Economic Conditions as a Growth Factor of the Cloud Services Industry. Another online expert talk was given by Dr. Kitikon Daupise from Assumption University, Bangkok, Thailand. Mr. Avinash Shivalkar, DGM NABARD, congratulated the participants for coming up with such thought-provoking research ideas. The Most Reverend Dr. AAS Durairaj, Archbishop Bhopal and Chairman of the college, also congratulated and blessed the participants for their synergic approach to their research areas. The inaugural ended with a panel discussion wherein Dr. Anastasia Shanshina, Executive Director, Moscow University, Ms. Ravisha Merchant, an interior designer, Dr. Mangla Gauri, an assistant professor in the Higher Education Department of MP, and Dr. Anurag A. Nagej from Manet gave a thought-provoking discussion on global challenges and their potential impact on the future of research. Over the last 2 days, we have discussed a wide range of topics and themes that were very crucial for the conference. Our speakers have shared their expert knowledge and experiences, and participants have engaged in lively debates and discussions. It feels so grateful to share with you all that on day 1 we had 16 and on day 2 we had 10 technical sessions. Our total number of experts were 29 and chairpersons were 32. We had received the participation of 1700 plus people, researchers, scholars and the people from the industry. The total submissions of the paper were 1300 plus and the topics were 145. Surprisingly, we discovered that the topics with the highest level of interest of researchers were literature, language and psychology, focusing on a new consumer segment or building business, quality education, transforming teacher education, digital education, multidisciplinary study in physical education, artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, blockchain, cryptocurrency, neural networks, fuzzy systems, data science, data analytics, soft computing, pure and applied mathematics and statistics, identity, ethnicity and diversity in Indian archaeology, digital India and human society, gender violence and law, human rights on global discourse, role of resilience and coping skills, mental health and social work interventions, आधुनिक काल में भाषा का बदलता स्वरूप, social media and business, banking and financial institutions, greener technology for greener environment, astrophysics and plasma physics. So these were the main things where the participants have presented most of the papers. These discussions have provided valuable insights and sparked new ideas and approaches that will have a lasting impact in this field. I'm confident that many of the connections made here will lead to future partnerships and collaborations. Once again, I would like to express my gratitude to everyone who has made this conference a success. I look forward to seeing the continued progress and growth in the field of research. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gitanjali ma'am, for the precise summation. Now, next in line, we have, as I mentioned, that we have a notable personality amongst us. Well, we have Professor Dr. Vivek Sharma. Sir is the Dean and Director at Department of Management at Chakravarti Rajgopalachari Institute of Management, Barkatullah University. Sir has 32 years of experience of teaching, including 25 years of services as research guide. Sir also has 46 publications to his credit, and under his able guidance, 21 scholars have been awarded the doctoral degrees. Dear Sir, I'd like to welcome you on stage now to share from your reservoir of knowledge that I just read out. May we have a huge round of applause for when we invite the Sir on stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable Principal Father Johnny, today's chief guest, Mr. Thakkarji, respected my senior Professor Dr. Vinay Mishra-ji, Dr. Naila Madam, Vice Principal Madam, and all the faculty members and students. I would like to congratulate all of you for organizing this successful event. I know this institute has a dedicated team of teachers, and more important, you have a best leader also, because team works under the leadership of your captain. So definitely the credit goes to all the team members and the leader, Principal Johnny. I have started my journey from this institute only. I was simply a postgraduate. I am grateful to this institute, not for inviting only to this event, but also they have given me the chance in the year 1990 as assistant professor here. Then I got selected in university, and since then I am working in university in different positions. Since I worked here, I know the quality of the teaching and other parameters which this institute is establishing all the time during this journey, and I hope and I wish this institute will get the best rank in NET also, which you well deserve also. With this, I am again thankful to you for inviting me in this event. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your good wishes for our institute. Moving ahead. Well, in the past 2 days, we gained enriching knowledge from various intellects in flesh, and that too at both online and offline level. However, as the true essence or the true classical essence of encompassing knowledge remains, that is when we find knowledge in the engraved, embossed form of hardbound literature. As it was shared by yesterday as well by one of my faculty colleagues, right? At BSSS, we have published more than 100 books in the past few years, and continuing with the same legacy, we have 3 more books to be released officially, exhibiting our faculty members' grit and determination for academic excellence. I like to emphasize that the books that are going to be launched today have been framed keeping our new education policy in mind. Well, before we launch the books, I would like to invite the dignitaries on the stage for the official release. So I would like to request our Father Principal, Dr. Vivek, Mr. Thakkar, Dr. Vinay Mishra as well, our respected Vice Principal, Zishan sir. I'd speak the title about the books, and then I would like the authors to also come on stage for the official release. The first book in line that we have for today is titled Changing Retail Landscape, authored by Dr. Pooja Sharma and Ms. Sonia Sarin. May we have the author on stage for the group photograph. Well, the book presents the exciting and dynamic changes that are there in retailing, especially the global aspects of retailing after the COVID era. Do we have Musharraf sir amongst us? So we take this moment as the official release for the book. May we have a huge round of applause for the same. Thank you, Pooja ma'am. Next in the pipeline, we have the book titled Hindi Vyakaran, authored by Mrs. Manju Mehta. May we have the dear colleague on stage as well. Well, as they are unfurling the books, the genesis of this book happened with the sole intention of guiding the readers to have prowess in Hindi language, be it written or oral, with correct grammatical framework. My dear audience, kindly extend a token of encouragement by the round of applause. Thank you, Manju ma'am. The third book to be released today is titled Business Regulatory Framework, Business Law, authored by my dear colleagues Mr. Nitin Jain, Dr. Ashish Dilraj, and Dr. Binoy Arikal. I request the dear professors to come on stage for the official release. This book had been authored with the idea to curate a reference book for those who wish to study or explore knowledge in legal aspects in the field of trade, industry and commerce and similar other fields where law is applied. May we etch this memory in the photograph and congratulate the authors as well as the institute for this feat. Thank you, dear authors. May I request the dignitaries to kindly take their seats. Now the moment has come for which we all were waiting, in fact. Now is the moment to declare the hard work of all those who presented their papers, and for the same, I would like to request Dr. Laila Simon to come on stage and do the necessary.
Thanks a lot, Siji. Well, this was something very surprises coming forward because, as Father already said, it's been months. We've been like, troubling everyone irrespective of any time. We didn't have any time. It could be raat ko 12 baje, 1 baje, kabhi bhi. It's like, but that is how it had to be. We had actually 16 tracks, and as it's been discussed a lot of good response that has come up. Looking into the number of presentations on be it the registrations or be it the poster making, there's a lot of enthusiasm among the students for poster making, and as such, me as a researcher very lately came to know what is this poster presentation all about. So in the course of time, I too explored what is this good poster while I was explaining it to my students. But there was an overwhelming response from the student participation for the same. So we had two categories of selection for awards. One is the best paper award and the other one is the best poster award. So I would be reading out the names. We're just declaring it because we just got it very late. We will be forwarding all these certificates online individually to the participants. With the Department of English, which was our technical session 1, the best paper award goes to Dr. Purnima Patel. Do I have Dr. Purnima Patel here? Right. Her title was Environmental Concerns in the Select Regional Novels Translated in English. And the best poster goes to Harmeet Kaur. Do you have Harmeet here? Fine. And the title is, we can applaud even though because the live is going on, I think at least they would have joined us online. The title is Literature, World, Utopian and Dystopian. Shivani madam, sorry for anything that I've made mistakes in the pronunciations. Second was management. The technical session, the best paper award goes to Miss Varsha Thakur. And I think she was an online presenter. English as a language for corporate communication. So one set example of a multidisciplinary research because you find a track of management, the award goes to English as a language for corporate communication. Alisha Khan and Adiba Ali, they are winning the best poster awards. Do we have them here? Yeah, I think, guys, come on children, come on to stage. I think you need applause. It's on electric vehicles, future of India. They really need an applaud, right? Because, yeah, I think we can be there on the stage for some time. That's a very, very relevant topic of the day. The third track, education, and the best paper award goes to Dr. Shivalika Sarkar. Do we have her here? Dr. Shivalika, and the title is Innovative and Interdisciplinary Pedagogies in Science. And the title for the best poster is Effectiveness of IT-based assessment techniques on the achievement of mathematics of UG students, won by Ms. Rashmi Pillai. Do you have Ms. Rashmi here? Fine. Moving on to the computers, that was track 4. The best paper is backed by Vijay Kumar Ramchandran, and it's on Data Center, Physical Security and Sustainable Data Center. Do we have him? Okay. And the best poster award goes on Metaverse poster, backed by Mohammad Ilyas and Shubhi Khare. Do we have them here? Yeah, please come over. Shall we put our hands together in applause? Yeah, they really deserve one. We all have a photograph, yes. Yes, so congratulations dear. The track 4 is physical education, and this was something very different that we observed this time. Looking into, normally we come physical education mein kaun banata hai research paper, but it was not like this. We had good response, and I think they really need an applaud, and shall we put our hands together? क्योंकि उनका ट्रैक अभी भी चल रहा है, हमारे रिजल्ट नहीं आए हमारे पास. The track 5 session, technical session 5, mathematics and statistics, that is best paper by Arvind Ratko. Do we have him here? Arvind and Yosida Kale inclusion problem with its corresponding resolvent equation problem involving the XOR operation, that's on Boolean expressions. Hats off you. You come forward. Come on, please. We've been talking about the 1 and 2 binary system of numbers. That's really good to hear that. Congratulations. Right. And we have for the best poster, Miss Ashwati Dinesh. Do we have her? Yeah, please come forward. And her title was Importance of Sex Education to Teenagers of India. That's a lovely topic. I think she deserves a clap again. Importance of Sex Education to Teenagers of India. Well done, child. Well done. Yeah. Shall we? Yeah, please clap. Technical session 6 is Department of History, and this is something which have tried to get, there was no limit of, each time we used to get the calls was all history, and surprisingly, I thought so many people on for the history submissions. So we have Suman Pandey winning the best paper award for the title Understanding Surface, Scatter and Topology of Etulian Assemblage from Tikoda locality, 1 and 3 district, Raisen, Madhya Pradesh. Good job, Suman. Yeah. Shall we clap? And the best poster, the award goes to Zahra Ali for Begums of Bhopal. Very relevant. When we talk about doing a societal research, I think this is one of the research which talks about Bhopal. So, very well, the topic has been chosen for the poster, Begums of Bhopal and their role in education reform. Yeah, I'm sure it would have been very challenging for you to get the data as well. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Put your hands together, please. Thank you, children. Technical session 8, philosophy. The award is won by Dr. Suresh M. And it's on the thought of relationship in digital society. Do we have him here? Okay. And there was no posters for philosophy. For sociology, the prize is backed by Dr. Apurva Dikshit. Apurva Dikshit. on domestic violence in socio-legal perspective. That's again a very relevant domain. And the best poster is won by Mansi Jaiswal. Mansi, are you there? Okay, and the title was A Study to Explore the Fact of Fitting Girls' Education with Reference to the Government Schools of Bhopal City. Again, it's very societal. Put your hands together. Something relevant to Bhopal, a good outcome. Congratulations, Mansi. That's great. We have track 10, Political Science and Public Administration, and the award goes to Dr. Prudanand Mishra, and it's on income pattern of migrant laborers. Can we have you here? Are you there? No. Okay. We didn't have any poster presentations for this technical session. For psychology, we didn't have any when you have poster presentations, but the prize for best paper goes to Soumya Singh. Impact of karma intervention on married couples with strained relationship. Do you have Soumya here? Okay, that's again a relevant topic. Social work, the award goes to Pooja. Romantic relationship during career building phase among urban Indian emerging adults. It's so nice to hear so many topics. I'm sure they're very connecting to the youths. And for the best poster, we have Riya Sharma bagging this award. Do we have Riya? A case study on educational discrimination based on gender. Great. For Hindi, the prize is bagged by Shalini Badole. Do you have Shalini here? And the title is Vardhaman Parishya Mein Lok Sahitya Ki Prashinata Nimadi Sahitya Ke Sandarbh Mein. Do we have her here? For commerce stream, we have Dr. Shruti Anand. Do we have Shruti here? Guerrilla marketing and unconditional and innovative marketing technique. That's really good to hear. For the poster, we have Miss Nupur Mihani and Miss Lavina. Do we have them here? And the topic was impact of digital marketing and social media on purchasing decision of youth. That's great, connecting to the digitized world. For chemistry, we have Bhattani has won the prize, Cosmetics, a Boon or Bane on Health. That's the best paper award. And for the best poster, Removing Harmful Chemicals, and it's bagged by Novina Shri. Right. For physics, the best paper, actually you have, come forward please. That's Novina Shri, right? Yeah. Please come forward. Yeah, it's Removing Harmful Chemicals. That's good to hear the topic. Congratulations to you. For physics, it's backed by Sahu. Nanostructured, it's born of nanotechnology, I suppose. Do you have, please come forward. Again, something very relevant. Nanotechnology is again the present need of the hour, so that's a good job done by you. Wait, congratulations. The best poster award is won by Dr. Shanu Sharma. Again, an interesting topic. Waveguide antenna using. Come forward. Do you have Dr. Shanu Sharma here? Come on. Waveguide antenna. We all use antennas, and I'm sure you've been talking a lot about the wavelengths and the guides that has been used for the antenna. Is that so for the poster? Right. Congratulations. That was really, I mean, we all can put together hands once again to applaud everyone there, because it's the most awaiting moment. There was a lot of ups and downs, and hats off to every track in charge who was really working very hard day and night. And when the results came, it was something which it came and it went all upside down. We had framed up 2 awards: maximum participation in the track which wins the maximum participation, and the other one was best maximum presenters in each track. So any guesses for the maximum participation? Yes? I think this is very technical, huh? Management. Any other? I'll request the head department of English to come forward. And I think ma'am, you can have the track in charges and the whole group to come forward, and I also request the guest and father to join for a photograph with them. I think they deserve that. Sister, please, Vanessa. And can we have a group photograph with them? Because that's something they've been working very hard, and I think Shibani made it to happen. I think. Yeah. So, yeah, actually we intentionally put father into the group. Okay, that was, so put your hands together. Yeah. May I just request the guests to please stay, because we have the best presenter, number of maximum best presenters. Any guesses? Any guesses? Any guesses? Please, you can have. It's always like, okay, let's look at the expectations. Nobody wants to say yes?
Psychology or sociology?
Oh, it's for the Department of Commerce. It's for the Department of Commerce. Yeah. May I request the head Department of Commerce to accompany with the track and charges and all the teachers who've been involved into it. Aarti madam, are you here? No. Ramandeep ma'am, I think. Please come forward, ma'am. Please come forward. Yeah, thank you. And thank you so much. And we also have one more, if I don't know the members. We also gave the best, we wanted to give the best institute with maximum participation. So there's a lot of participation from many institutes. But when we, at the last moment also, we were just calculating, shouldn't go wrong, but came to a surprise, like we have Rabindranath Tagore University coming up, because they have representation from all. So do we have any one single member from the Rabindranath Tagore University right now here? Okay. So anyways, the cup is awaited here. That's all from my side. See.
Thank you, Laila ma'am. Thank you, dignitaries. And once again, congratulations from our end to all the participants as well as the winners. Now is the moment to hear from our another notable personality we have amongst us, Mr. Lokendra Thakkar, as a chief guest, who is an eminent figure in the field of environment, sustainable development and climate change. Presently, sir is the state coordinator, Government of Madhya Pradesh, State Knowledge Management Center on Climate Change at EPCO. His area of interest are policy-related issues to climate change, natural resource management, especially on wetland and biodiversity conservation. Sir, in fact, is serving as the officer in charge of the State Wetland Authority of Government of Madhya Pradesh. As mentioned earlier, he is also holding the charge of principal at EPCO Institute of Environmental Studies. Well, sir is also a broadcaster and communicator by aptitude, and exhibiting his talents as newsreader and anchor for more than 27 years. So without further ado, I like to call sir on stage to deliver from certain words of wisdom. May we have a huge round of applause.
Thank you, Principal, for inviting me over this program, and I really feel grateful to share the dais with such very important dignitaries, Professor Vivek Sharma, Vinay Mishra Sahab, the Vice Principal, the Principal, everybody, and all the students and faculty members. I don't know whether I can justify my place over here, because you're all from teaching institutions, teaching fraternity, and doing hardcore research in the field of various disciplines that were mentioned over here. I come from an organization which is more of an applied background rather than doing hardcore research. But we do have many activities and associations with research institutions in city of Bhopal in Madhya Pradesh. So I'll share my bit of experience about research per se. What is the expectations and where is the gap lying in terms of research and the policy and also the application. But before, I just want to understand myself, and I think you are all aware and you have done the kind of list that Leila madam talked about. I was really fascinating, and it really, the kind of diversity of the subjects that were presented over here did justify the title of this conference, that interdisciplinary research perspectives. I don't know to what extent the research papers actually integrate those interdisciplinary ideas. But I'm sure this kind of events and programs really, give opportunity to us to sort of integrate different ideas. So look at what actually interdisciplinary means. I did a bit of research on it. What is interdisciplinary? Basically, we are all, Professor Misha knows the psychology, but I think human being has two different kinds of streams. One, that we want to share, we want to talk, we want to integrate. Man is a social animal because we want to connect with society. But at the same time, we are also having silo thinking. And this silo thinking not only lies within human beings, but also within the institutions. And therefore, we see that a lot of research is being done in various institutions, but there is hardly sharing of that information. And me as a practitioner, scientist, or somebody who's managing the policy on wetlands and environment and sustainable development and climate change, I find it very hard to get the kind of research inferences and information that is coming from various prestigious institutions. So when 10 years before, when I started my journey, 11, 12 years on climate change, we started vertical in APCO, and we were given the task to write a state action plan on climate change, which is the policy document. So naturally, I looked at talked to various institutions, and on such did a secondary research on Google. There was not a single paper published which is peer reviewed on climate change issues of Madhya Pradesh. Not a single paper. Today climate change is the hot topic, but there was not a single paper from Madhya Pradesh on MP by MP researchers. So this made me to think in two different ways. Number one, that there is a great need to promote quality research in climate change in Madhya Pradesh. And number two, that we need to collate and compile the existing knowledge which is embedded in various universities. So we started working on it. This is my first sort of experience with the kind of research that I wanted to. And what is research? I mean, what is interdisciplinary? So climate change, environment, sustainable development, these subjects are basically science and subjects of association. You cannot eliminate anything when you're talking of environment. You can't say that we don't need economists, we are just environmentalists. There are certain streams where you need expertism, you need to be super speciality. But environment and climate change and sustainable development, these three areas in which I am working, I have experienced that we need to associate. It's a science of association, subjects of association. You cannot cut off any other subject or knowledge or thoughts and ideas and streams if you really want to achieve the goal, the what you call hitherto unaddressed, hitherto unachieved goal of sustainable development. You look at the definition of sustainable development, it never talks of science, it talks of more of psychology, philosophy, it talks about the humanities. It has no scientific term in the definition of sustainable development. It's all because environment is not really scientific subject. It is it's a agglomeration or conglomeration of various other streams. So basically, when we try to integrate information, we try to integrate data, techniques, tools, methods, concepts, ideas, theories, philosophies, isms. That's the interdisciplinary things. Now, if you come up with research, what is research? I am not a great researcher myself because my job profile doesn't allow me to be that kind of a basic fundamental research. But research to me is something, this is now, I don't know whether you are all academicians, you understand better. To me, research does two things. Number one, it checks the facts, whether this fact is correct or not. 2 plus 2 is 4. Whether this is correct or not, you check it. Number two, what does the research does is, it pushes the existing boundaries of knowledge. It would create something new. It will throw some new light on the same thing. That 2 plus 2 can be done in this way, but it can also be done this way. So you expand the existing boundaries. One dimension, 2 dimensions will not work. You have to have multi-dimensional, 3-dimensional. Then only you can achieve. So you have to be interdisciplinary. You have to break new boundaries of knowledge, and you also have to look at from 360 degree. This is what interdisciplinary research perspective sounds to me. I don't know, I may be wrong, you can correct me, but this is what my own perception. And this has resulted in phenomenal benefits to society. Look at the bioinformatics. It's a combination of computer science and biology, microbiology. Look at the kind of medical technology, the diagnostics has improved, basically radiological diagnostics. This is all a combination. Had there not been a talking terms, the quantum physics people are not talking to biology people, they will never ever be able to design an ultrasonographic machine. It is only because of the willingness and acceptance to work together and find a solution which is good for the community. Look at quantum physics combining with computer science and quantum information. And all these things, I really feel, somebody other day I was thinking, whenever you meet people after COVID, the COVID is a very important subject. People keep sharing experiences and all, and about vaccines and all. Somebody said vaccine has created this problem. People are dying without any, history or something, any reason, young people. And then somebody said that vaccine should have not been given so early without testing and all. I agree to a certain extent, because what is the purpose of vaccine? The vaccine is basically, if you have a vaccine for measles, you will never be infected with measles. That's the basic principle of a vaccine, that if you are given that vaccine, you will never ever have that disease. That's the basic understanding. But in COVID, we had vaccine, but we also had COVID. Because the vaccine was not perfect. It needed time, 10 years, 15 years time of testing, of guinea pigs. Then only you could have perfected a vaccine against COVID. But the world had no time. We were dying. 60 lakh people in the world died in COVID. Where do you think that we had time to test? Which science? The interdisciplinary science came to your rescue. And it was only artificial intelligence, machine learning, that helped us to minimize the time, duration of testing. And entire universe, entire humanity had the vaccine right now. There are texts, there are some uncertainties, and as an environmentalist, I know we have been teaching one principle, that look before you leap. This is what we prevent, the principle of the prevention. I mean, forgetting what is that principle called, the term. But it means that you look before you leap. And many of our environmental problems are because we are not adhering to this principle of look before you leap. We just jump on, we don't know what is going to happen. Somebody, I think, presented about this, the wavelength, the towers and all. You really know the kind of phone I'm carrying, what kind of problem it's going to have. When Graham Bell created this phone, our grandfathers have been using, and they never reported any problem with phone. But maybe 50 years down the line, somebody will say this problem is because of your phone that you are carrying. You don't know the LEDs. You don't know. Thomas Alva Edison created this bulb. We had no problem, although it was consuming more energy. But these LEDs, it may have some problem. Because we did not look before we leave. Chlorofluorocarbons, considered to be a wonder molecule. You don't know, it created a lot of problem for you. The DDT, wonder molecule. Somebody got, I think, if I'm wrong, but somebody who discovered DDT got the Nobel Prize. But you don't know, 30 years hence you have to stop using. You don't even have a window of 30 years, more than 30 years of researching. So these are some of the very important things that we need to look at when we talk about research. But actually, the interdisciplinary approach in vaccine came to our rescue of humanity. And that's how we are all sitting here and having both hybrid kind of a conference, virtual and real and online both. So this is the advantage, and I really congratulate you, all of you, that you did fantastic work. It's an opportunity to come together. The time has come. Just two things I wanted to share more, then I'll finish my thoughts. Research also needs, Father to use the word quality research. What is a quality research? We can be happy on the numbers, the 1300 plus. But just think for a moment, are they all 1300 papers are good papers? No, they are not. Because we are maddening, it's madness that we are going for research. I run a program of Honorable Chief Minister's PhD program fellowship for climate change research. And Father, there are only 20 institutions. I chose only 11. Then people called me that please add us also. And these, which are these institutions? IIT, Indore, IIM Indore, IFM Bhopal, School of Planning and Architecture, ICER, Medical University, Veterinary University, Tropical Forest Research Institute. And we give scholarship at par with USC. And we have 5 fellowships every year. In last 7 years I am running this program. We should have given scholarships to about 35 good people, students. We have barely been able to give only 16. And that too compromising with our standards. That we have to run this program. We have to push people to get into the research, into climate research. I have only 2 conditions. Number 1, your research should be on climate change. Number 2, your geographical area should be empty so that we get benefited. No other criteria. Only 16 people got in last 7 years. Because even in these institutions, the kind of research that is going on is something that society doesn't need because it pleases you only. It's academic luxury that they are having. And we can't afford this academic luxury in a country like India. And number 2, quality, the methods. They are not prepared. Second, I want to finish my thought. Don't get again into this madness of research. I just waste. Why I'm talking about this? Because if a dishonest person, corrupt person is doing research, I'm 100% sure his research is also corrupt. It's completely plagiarized. So you can't be honest in research and dishonest in your profession. So I request all the students, I'm telling this story because either your name in 2% that list that keeps coming on Twitter and gets viral, that he is one of the top researchers of the country or in the city. No. Your research, there is something wrong in your research or your attitudes, in your practice. You can't have 2 standards. So you have to be honest. Your research may not, everybody cannot become Einstein or Freud. But whatever we do it with complete honesty. And that is where the quality comes. If we are honest, we were discussing with Father about the universities in Europe. There are many good universities, Cambridge, Oxford, Yale in US, all these universities, the league universities, they call league universities, they do quality research and they don't follow the kind of professional and procedures that we have. They allow people to do whatever they want. Even if they write one small 10-page paper, honestly, their PhD is awarded. Only thing they have to defend their work. That is the problem. In research, people are not doing very basic, fundamental, quality, honest work. So honesty is needed in every sphere of life, including research. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. If learning is the modification of behavior through experience, then Chaka sir, your words actually make us think, make us introspect at organizational as well as at individual level, that it's just not about research, but to ensure the true semantics of authenticity at individual human level as well, when we participate in such activities as well as on a daily basis to our fellow beings. Thank you so much, sir. Give thanks to all, give thanks in everything. Because if we don't express our gratitude, I don't think, just give me 1 minute. Alright. I apologize for the interruption. Well, we have got the result from Physical Education Department as well, and the Best Paper Presentation Award goes to Mr. Datta Niranjan Nandi Kormat. Do we have him here? Alright, a huge round of applause even if he's not there. His paper is titled Big Five Personality as Part of Talent Detection, a Review. And for Best Poster Presentation, we have the poster presented by Mr. Aryan Verma, Yash Negi, and Prince Nagar, under the title of Academic Performance of College Students After Physical Activities. Do we have the candidates? No. But we do congratulate you for the efforts that you have put in. Yes, we can accommodate it with a huge round of applause. Alright, going forward, we have now Dr. Sheena Thomas amongst us to propose the official vote of thanks.
Dear distinguished guests, speakers and attendees, as we come to the end of this two-day international conference, I am reminded of the words of Henry Ward Beecher, who once said, "Gratitude is the fairest blossom which springs from the soul." To begin with, the presence of the omnipotent God made this event take the shape of this magnitude. We offer our prayers of gratitude to Almighty. The fruitful culmination of the event depicts the contribution of each and every hand, gesture, words, and motivation received from various corners. The presence of the very people who we look up to add to the essence of this event. In that line, it is my honor and privilege to extend my sincere gratitude to Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Suresh Kumar Jain, Barkatullah University, His Grace Archbishop Dr. A.A.S. Durairaj, Mr. Avinash Shivalkar, DGM NABARD, for gracing the inaugural of the conference with their benign presence. On behalf of the college, I once again thank them for creating an ambience of spirituality, academics, and aesthetics that led the ball rolling for this event. The strength of the family is the head. BSS family draws its strength from Dr. Father John PJ, our principal. We would like to thank our source of constant inspiration, our principal, for his unwavering support throughout this journey of the conference. I would like to thank Dr. Sister Sonia Kurian, Vice Principal, BSS, for her observation to minute details in the conduction of any event. I thank IQAC BSS and the Autonomous Cell for their support and cooperation. I would like to express my deepest appreciation to our esteemed keynote speakers, chairs of all the technical sessions, be it online or offline, in the hybrid mode. The conference team owes this to Dr. Vivek Sharma, our guest of honor for the valedictory session, to have spared time and gracing this event. Thank you from the bottom of our heart, sir. A special word of thanks to Mr. Lokendra Thakkar, State Coordinator for the Government of Madhya Pradesh at EPCO, for his insightful talk. Actually, research is stating facts together. Thank you, sir, for being almost like a family to BSS and being there for us. I would also like to extend my thanks to all the paper presenters who shared their research, experience and perspectives. Your contribution has added depth and diversity to the conference and has stimulated interesting discussions and debates. Thanks to all the participants who have travelled pan-India. A very special thanks to our delegates from Synergy University, Moscow, also to Professor Amit Nag and Dr. Rahul Joshi for coordinating their visit. Your presence has made this event truly international, contributing substantially to the exchange of ideas and knowledge. My special thanks go to the heads of the department, track in charges of various tracks, MOCs, Professor Shibani Basu Dubey and Ms. Siji K. Sani for knitting this event so well that the entire fabric came out to perfection. The organizing committee members who have worked tirelessly behind the scene deserve applause and appreciation. I place on record the huge support received from the technical team, especially so, this being a conference on hybrid mode. I very specially would like to thank Mr. Musharraf, Mr. Rajkumar, Mr. Yogesh and Mr. Sandeep for their relentless efforts. Student volunteers and support staff, your contribution towards this event in particular and towards the college in general is acknowledged always. The convener of the conference, Professor Leila Simon. Ma'am, this event has been your brainchild and the meticulous execution led to its success. I also thank each and every individual who have contributed relentlessly behind the curtains to ensure the smooth conduction of this conference. Their dedication and hard work have been instrumental in making this event a huge success. Each one's contributions, whether big or small, have...
Thank you, Sheera ma'am. And after the expression of this gratitude, I would like to invite the dignitaries to come up front and let's etch this memory into a photograph with the organizing team members who brought this conference into its actual physical mode. Why don't we have all the organizing team members? Laila ma'am, Tanuja ma'am. Can we have all the organizing team members on stage? Sheera ma'am.
Father, just an excuse, we just got an update that there's a tie between English and management for the best maximum participation. So I wouldn't want a chance to be missed up. So the management department and the members, please come forward and can have a photograph. Yeah. I think they were the one who have been right from the beginning and it came as a shock while I was announcing. Anyways, congratulations to the whole team. May I request all the heads of the department and the track in charges, please come forward for a group photograph with the guest.
I request all the HODs to kindly come up on stage, as well as the track in charges. Now is the moment of glory for the hard work that you have put in.
यूज़ करोगे उसको? हाँ मैम, पर वो कुछ सॉफ्टवेयर में दिक्कत है, इसको पूरा रिकवर नहीं कर पा रहा। तो आपको लेना चाहिए इसमें पूरा आया नहीं डेटा, कुछ ही आया है, देखना पड़ेगा क्या है। नीचे का
I request the dignitaries to kindly stay on stage for just 1 minute. In today's world, we say the ones who grabs the opportunity. Sir, just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Well, the word is for those who grab the opportunity. Well, when I announced Rataniranjan's name, he was not there, but the candidate came quite earnestly that he wanted his acknowledgement, and we are here to give for the hard effort that he had put in. In the Department of Physical Education, he earned the Best Paper Presentation Award. He presented his paper on the Big 5 model. May we have a huge round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you, dignitaries. May you please take your seats. We're almost about to come to an end. Okay, moving forward, as time is precious, we have our token of gratitude to our notable August gathered members over here. I would like to request Dr. Father John PJ to kindly bestow the token of gratitude to Professor Dr. Vivek Sharma. Is a round of applause from your own end voluntarily would be very good. Thank you. I would also like to request Father to extend the same gratitude to Mr. Lokendra Thakkar as well. Thank you so much, Father. I'd like to make a special mention for the efforts put up by Mrs. Manju Mehta, as well as to our, yes, a huge round of applause. She's getting embarrassed for it, however you deserve it, ma'am. And also for the people who are putting up the live streaming of this event. Thank you so much. A huge round of applause. Shivani ma'am is extending it quite. Now we have come truly to the last leg of this segment. May I request you all to kindly stand up for the national anthem.